Something is happening behind the scene, guys. There's a rift between Charles and William. We see it, we know it, we know there are frictions, we know there are leaks, and we know that Charles is not happy with William. William is so lazy, he's not adhering to his responsibilities. He's out here following up behind Harry because Harry came out. He's also out now just so, I don't know why, because he's so overshadowed. He looks so ridiculous. But there's a bigger rift going on, guys. And I think Charles is just fed up, annoyed, and disgusted with what William is doing. He's not running that monarchy properly. Because remember, he's supposed to be the heir, he's the heir apparent, right? And yet still, the monarchy is going down, down, down because William is skirting his responsibilities, not doing his work. I mean, we have bitter beef with Charles as well because he's not a good person. But my God, I love to see what's going on because they do not understand that whatever they did to Harry and Meghan is going to happen to them. Because at the end of the day, the British media is going to want their pound of flesh. So the House of Windsor is no stranger to tension. We know that. For years, the headlines have focused on Prince Harry, his departure from royal life, his fractured relationship with his father and brother, and whether reconciliation with his father is even possible. But what if the real fracture isn't just with Harry? What if the deeper, quieter conflict lies between King Charles and Prince William themselves? According to news report, father and son barely speak. And no, this isn't just about Harry. The tension runs far deeper, shaped by history, by differences in outlook, and by clashing visions for the monarchy's future. Royal correspondent Tom Sykes, he was at Harry's thing looking and early in the morning waiting for Harry, right? Tom Sykes of the Daily Beast paints a striking picture. He writes that Charles and William do not meet informally as a rule, and that during the family's Balmoral holiday this summer, they spent little to no time together. Yes, guys, friction is brewing, friction is happening behind the scene. We heard the other day that Camilla is telling Charles to get William in line, get lazy Kate and William out. They need to go and do some work. They need to act like they're the royals and act like they want this job because right now they are skirting their responsibilities. They're doing no work, and this is just not good for the monarchy. And when they do communicate, it's mostly filtered through their private secretaries, staff acting as go-betweens rather than father and son speaking directly. So how did it come to this? Sources suggest that there are three major points of conflict between Charles and William, issues that cut far deeper than Harry's being in the UK. They love to say Harry's returned to the UK. Harry is not returning to the UK. Harry is living his best life. He's getting the life that he has always asked for, the life that he asked them for. Remember, he wanted a half in, half out, where he would still serve the crown. He's still a mega star. The people love him. So Harry was asking for exactly what Harry has right now because Harry can still serve. We see he donated $1.5 million and he's living his best life in California. But William and Charles, they have deeper problems. The modernization of that royal family is going nowhere. It's downhill, downhill. So the first is modernization, as I just mentioned. William reportedly believes his father's reign is falling behind the times. To him, Charles's monarchy still radiates pomposity, clinging to old world pageantry that feels increasingly out of touch. I don't wrong him, he has a point there. Charles loves the uniforms, the medals, the ermine robes, but William sees those symbols as relics. He believes the monarchy should be slimmed down, more relatable, more modern. I don't know how much slimmed down you guys need to be. You need to go and visit your charities, because at the end of the day, I think more would help than less, right? You had the two perfect ambassador for Britain that you run away. The two most important ambassador on the global stage, and you, because of jealousy, you ran them away, and now you're paying the price. You are paying, there's cause and effect. You're paying the consequence for what you did, right? So he wants it to be more slimmed down. Really, William? More relatable, William? You're so boring. More modern, William? You're also a relic of the past, because you're not modernizing the royal family. If you did, you wouldn't have run away your brother and your sister-in-law, who is the face of CARICOM, who is the face of the monarchy. You ran them away. That's where you would have modernized it. Meghan's input would have been so significant, so impactful. A vision shaped in part by his own experience growing up in the glare of public attention. The second point of conflict is duty versus personal well being. Charles has spent a lifetime living by the royal creed: duty first, self second. Even in the face of health setbacks, the king insists on carrying a full schedule, showing up at event after event. And we see that. If you look at the calendar, who has the most work? Charles is doing much more than Kate and William ever could. So there's a conflict there. They're having conflict. William, however, takes a different view. He's been clear that he values balance, both for himself and for his family. For William, being a husband and father comes first, even if that means skipping back from the traditional expectation of being everywhere all the time. This difference has led to visible clashes. Remember, he said he wanted a work from home situation and he's going to put his family first. I honestly believe the model that the royal family has right now needs to change. You cannot be so cold and callous and calculated with your nastiness. You need to change with the times. And yes, you need to change. I believe your family should come first. I believe if you're going to put the country first, it should not be at the detriment of your family. The Queen was there for 70 years. She maybe was allowed to do the foolishness of putting the country over her personal family, but at least she managed it to a point. It never got so infested, so decaying. No, she managed it. Charles is living in a different era. It's a social age, social media age. So he has to adapt with the times, right? And yes, even if you're going to put your country first, your family should not suffer. And that is what has happened to Harry and also to William, let's be frank, because Charles treated them as if they were pawns in the bigger scheme of things. And he let the media play with his head. He let the media run things as if the media was in charge. And at some point, you have to say, that's not a good formula. It's not a winning formula. It is going to break eventually, and we see the cracks. We see it happening. The third tension is Charles's frustration with William's work ethic. As king, Charles reportedly feels that William isn't doing enough, skirting the bread and butter of royal life, the endless public appearances across the country, Remember what the queen say, for the monarchy to survive, you have to be seen to be believed. William and Kate just want to live the big life. They're so jealous of Harry and Meghan that they decided, oh, we want to live like Harry and Meghan. We want to go there and splurge. The difference is Harry and Meghan are working. You see, Meghan has her Netflix show. You see them with Arthur Foundation. You see the initiative that they're doing. You see Harry with Invictus, Harry with Travelers, Harry with Welchers. Harry take these things seriously. We see the donation that he just contributed to Nottingham. Harry is not being paid to do this. He doesn't have to do it, but he does it out of the goodness of his heart because he was born to serve. And once you're in that place, you should want to do it because that is just Harry. William, on the other hand, are getting taxpayer money, and yet still he's sitting on his loins and don't want to go out there and give back to the people. He needs to shape up. He only works when Harry's in town. That's when he tries to push out because he thinks he can overshadow Harry's events. And William, you cannot overshadow Harry. Harry is way above you. You're such a weak person, and because you're a weak person, you're a weak prince, and you're going to be a weak king if we get to that stage. So you're skirting your responsibility, and that's why there's a big clash. I think that's what's causing the biggest clash, because Charles is saying, you're not a celebrity, William. Kate, go out there and work. Kate has not worked for maybe 2 years plus. She hasn't worked. She has used the cancer as a wedge each time, and that has got to change, right? Charles believes the heir to the throne should be seen everywhere, in all conditions, as a visible symbol of the monarchy. But William has been more selective, focusing on fewer causes. You mean games? Is that you're calling games? Wimbledon, rugby, football? Really? And prioritizing family life. To Charles, that looks like neglect. To William, it looks like sanity. So they have different views right there. And we have already seen some of these tensions spill into public view. Earlier this year, William had to be persuaded, practically pressed, into attending the funeral of Pope Francis, something Charles saw as non-negotiable. William also declined to attend the VJ Day's commemoration, a move that left aides scrambling to explain his absence. To the king's camp, these choices suggest a Prince of Wales reluctant to fully shoulder the responsibilities of his role. But beneath these policy differences lies something more personal. William's view of his father is deeply shaped by history, specifically by the breakdown of his parents' marriage and Charles's long, very public affair with Camilla. William saw firsthand the pain his mother endured. Those scars didn't just shape his relationship with his father, they shaped how he views the monarchy itself. According to insiders, well, it seemed like William and Harry kind of view it the same way here, right? But yet still they want to knock Harry because Harry shouldn't say anything and he shouldn't write a book. P.S. Write a book, because that is how you express yourself. Let no one tell you or curtail your words or curtail how you must feel. William is pretending, but he's basically feeling the same way about Camilla like Harry does, right? So why pretend? According to insiders, William has never fully trusted his father, and he carries that baggage into their relationship today. There are also claims that Charles was a distant parent, often absent during William's childhood, and remains a somewhat detached grandfather to William's own children. Didn't we hear that they're taking pictures together and they're a close family? No. The only thing that united them was their vendetta against Harry. But now they realize Harry have moved on and he's living his best life. So now they're turning on each other. There's not that one common ground that they have to work towards. Like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? Basically, that's the idea. But now they're realizing that Harry has moved on. Harry is long gone and he's not into the whole foolishness with them. So they're going to turn on each other. So he's a detached grandfather to William's own children. That history has created distance between them that no title or ceremony can easily erase. And then, of course, there's the issue of Harry. On this point, William is unbending. He's a problem. He's just a problem child. He's the one that's causing the rift. He's just annoying, William. A friend of his told Tom Sykes that William considers a Harry meeting a terrible, terrible idea. He's throwing a tantrum as per usual. That's why Diana called Harry Good King Harry. William is a man-child and he needs to grow the hell up. Grow up, William. While Charles may be more open, perhaps even eager for reconciliation with his younger son, William is staunchly opposed. For him, Harry's criticism have crossed the line and the wounds are too deep. So it wasn't deep when you were spreading room and it's then leaking on Harry, right, William? Really? So what does this mean for the monarchy's future? On the surface, William is still described as a loyal soldier. He respects the institution and he respects his father's position as king. But behind the palace walls, their relationship has been summed up as tense, difficult, formal, and fraught. This is more than just a family squabble. It reflects a generational divide over what the monarchy should be. Charles clings to tradition, ceremony, and the relentless pursuit of duty. William envisions a monarchy that is leaner, more modern, and perhaps, most importantly, balanced with personal well-being. The problem is, neither vision seems to fully connect with the public right now. Charles's pomp feels outdated to some, while William's hesitation risks looking like avoidance. And with Harry's absence looming large, the cracks in the Windsor family are more exposed than ever. For now, aides say William will keep up the public show of loyalty, but the lack of warmth between father and son raises a troubling question. If Charles and William barely speak now, what will happen when William becomes king? Will he reshape the monarchy in his own image, or will the old scars and old grudges still hold sway? What's clear is that the royal family's fractures aren't just about Harry. They're about the monarchy itself, its past, its present, and its uncertain future. Definitely, guys, I'm telling you, this is crazy, but yes, we knew it, we saw it, we can feel it. They are not on speaking terms. We see William and Kate try to upstage the coronation. We see a lot of underhanded thing by William and Kate because William is a sneaky person. But he learned from the best. He learned from his father, Charles, because William is Charles's son. That's for sure. We know Harry is Diana's son. We know a lot of their character trait came from one from the mom, which is Harry, and one from the dad. William got his coldness, his aloofness, his this disgusting behavior from Charles. And now Charles is reaping that reward. You sow the seed, you can reap. You're going to reap what you sow. And that is what is happening. So all the pretending as if they are on speaking terms, they are not. So that's what I wanted to bring it, guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you never miss a beat. Bye.